I wasn't meant to go to university. We weren't that kind of family. Very soon, we weren't any kind of family at all. My dad wandered off in search of himself. You might begin by looking up your own backside, said my mother, Norma. But she decided that the life of the single mother was not for her, and flitted to Aaron. I think they had a slightly exaggerated sense of my self-sufficiency. I'd just turned 18, yet it was consistent with their behaviour all through my childhood, falling apart or bolting. My mum and dad imagined I would love swanning about in a council house by myself. In fact, I spent more and more time at Tully's, and within a few weeks I felt I was finished with them. I've divorced my mum and dad, I said to Tully one night at the pictures. It was Mona Lisa, for the umpteenth time. Don't be daft, he said. They'll be back, like Arnie. Nope, I'm not having them back. It's the solo life now. No way. I'm serious. They can pay the bills for a few months and then that's that. They never wanted to be in a family and they've tortured each other for years. I'll stay until I go to uni. That's the end of it, man. They fucked it. Stay at mine whenever you like. If you don't want to stay, just come over for your dinner. My mum loves you. Thanks, mate. He leaned over and kissed me right on the forehead. You're in charge, Noodles. Do your life your own way. I didn't know I wanted approval until Tully gave it to me. I didn't know life could be like that. It was part of the teenage dream, to find a pal who totally noticed you. Do you think Bob Hoskins is a family man? I asked. In dreams, Tully said, staring at the screen. Everybody is. In dreams. That was just the latest change, the divorce. I'd always been bookish. I was one of those kids who bumped into lampposts on the way back from the library. I read all the books they had, including the Zane Greys and the Mills and Boon. I read bird-watching books and tomes on French wine and the history of scent. I didn't know what to do with it all, yet it somehow embroidered an image of the future. I'd gained courage from a lovely teacher, Mrs. O'Connor, who taught English at St. Cuthbert's, a Catholic secondary in the middle of a housing estate. Poor old St. Cuds. The nuns, with the grace of God, fought a hard battle against the popularity of Buckfast tonic wine, and readied us for a world in which piety might make up for a lack of basic arithmetic. Each year, the boy who wasn't expelled and the girl who wasn't pregnant became joint ducks, and the football team added to its fame for rioting in nearby towns. The idea at home had been that I'd get out of school as fast as I could and get a job. And so, the year before that final summer, when I was 17, I'd gone for an interview in the office of a fence-building firm down by the railway station. To be honest, it was a porter cabin, or a kennel, if I'm more honest, and it smelled of ancient socks and roll-ups. The day of the interview, I arrived wearing a borrowed suit with a book jutting out of one pocket. It was a hot day for once. I wore some fat old tie of my dad's. I think the tie was older than I was, and my hair was slick with a gel called Country Born. "What do you want?" the foreman asked. He had a scoundrel's face and there was something swampy about his shirt. "I was at the job centre. You advertised for an office assistant." "We just want a wee lassie to make the tea." I saw the calendars of topless women on the walls and took a deep breath. "I can make tea," I said. "What's that in your pocket?" I pulled out the paperback. I swear to God, it was a tattered copy of Nausea by Jean-Paul Sartre. "Oh, for fuck's sake," he said. "Away you go to university or something, wasting my time." "It's only a book," I said. "It's about existentialism." He grimaced. He wheezed, and a part of my library-haunting self will always be stranded there, in a cabin without air, in a world without God, as that foreman howls and gasps and slaps his knee. In a moment, he was bent double, coughing hard, as I retreated to a sticky door plastered with images of Samantha Fox. In my life at that time, Mrs. O'Connor was the voice of reason. I remember watching her as if her entire ethos, her confidence in the face of adversity, her femininity, might travel over
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.